Yes. So today the topic for our Gita values training session is it is Vaishnava etiquettes. Okay. So we know in the devotees community, so we all are serving Guru and Krishna. So it is very important. So how we are going to deal with each other and more things will come to know in the words of Srila Prabhupada. So before that, we'll start our session with the pranam mantras. So we all will recite together. ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमः ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्ता स्वामिन् इति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधरा श्रीवासदि गौरभक्तवृंदा। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 रामा राम राम हरे हरे। श्री श्री राधा गोविंद की
जय
निताय गौरंग की
जय
कृष्ण बलराम की
जय
विश्व गुरु शिल प्रभुपाद की
जय।
Yeah, Hare Krishna devotees, welcome all of you. So today our session is regarding Vaishnava etiquettes. So yes, we all are in this devotees community. So it is very important to understand how we need to behave with each other and how is it very much important to follow Vaishnava etiquettes in our day-to-day life and also for our spiritual advancement. So just like it is said that just like how ladies means Matajis they are very much eager to wear gold ornaments because if Matajis wear gold ornaments and other varieties of ornaments, their beauty will increase. So the beauty of Matajis it will increase by wearing gold ornaments. So that is the reason Matajis are very much eager to wear them. On a similar line, the beauty of Vaishnavas the beauty of Vaishnavas will increase with Vaishnava etiquettes. So that is the reason even all the Vaishnavas, all the devotees of the Lord, they should be very much eager to follow Vaishnava etiquettes because that is going to increase their beauty. Okay. So we'll discuss. So what and all things are involved and what and all things our Guru Srila Prabhupada is instructing us. So yes, our presentation is dedicated to His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. So, what is the definition of Prabhu? So, so Ralph Waldo Emerson. So he is one of the person in English literature, a famous person. Every man I meet is my superior in some way. In that, I learn from him. So Prabhu means so the other person is my master and I am his servant. So it means that okay. So we all are eternal servants of Lord Krishna. It is said that Jivera Swarupohai Nitya Krishna Das. So we all are servants of Krishna. And so does that mean we can serve Krishna directly? And do we have that much eligibility? It's a question mark. And we are instructed in our Krishna consciousness movement to address everyone as Prabhu. So this is the way we need to practice humility. So that humility is the instruction given by Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Sikshashtakam. Trunadapi Sunichena Tarorapi Sahishtuna. So in these two lines, the first line is relevant here. Trunadapi Sunichena. And the other two lines are also there. amanina manadena kirtaniya sadaharihi. So, in this verse of 4 lines, the first line and third line are very significant here. So, in relation to our topic, amanina manadena, it means we need to give respect to everyone, and in turn, we should not expect any respect from others. That is the meaning of third line, and the meaning of the first line is Trunadapi Sunichena Tarorapi Sahishtuna. Means we should be lower than the blade of grass. So grass is always humble. Whenever there is a water flow, the grass will bend. So in such a way, just like grass, we should be humble and Tarorapi Sahishtuna. And sometimes to follow Vaishnava etiquettes, we need so much patience. So we all have practical experience. Because just like in a same family of 4 people or 5 people, so not all persons will be of same mentality, or with same kind of attitude. So we see even in devotees community also, so we find different category of people. So some devotees are very much enthusiastic to do service. Okay, so whenever they are in temple, they are engaged in some service. And some other devotees, they come to temple for mind peace, for peace of mind, to take a break. They are not much into service. They just came for some peace, prashantata. And there will be some other devotees who come for material desires. Of course, the devotees who come to Lord Krishna or who approach Lord Krishna, they are also Mahatmas, even if they approach with material desires. Because Krishna says, Chaturvidha bhajante mam janaha sukrituna arjuna. At least they are pious. Artho jignasur ardhardi gnanicha bharatarshaba. So just because they are approaching Lord Krishna, so it is very much sure that they will be elevated to Mahatma level. So depending upon their surrenderance, it can happen in this very life, or it can take some lives. That all depends upon their surrenderance. Once they get reciprocation from Lord, there could be some people like as soon as their desire is satisfied by the Lord, so after that they may be completely involved in the regular material life, and forgetting the Lord. So the reason they came to temple is they want their material desire to be satisfied. That's all. They're very much attached to that. And there will be devotees who are not much attached to Krishna, but after getting their desire fulfilled by Krishna, they will feel a sense of gratitude. Yes, from there, the advancement of the devotee begins. So also it is instructed in Shastras, even if you have material desires, please approach Lord Krishna only. Because Lord Krishna is the well-wisher of all the living entities. So in this way we find different variety of devotees, and patience is very much important, because just because we do not like the other devotee's behavior, we cannot address him by ill names. So we need to address him Prabhu only. Okay. So only if we follow these Vaishnava etiquettes, we will be able to chant the holy names of the God, the Hare Krishna mantra, constant way. Otherwise, our mind will get disturbed by committing unknowingly committing Vaishnava offense. So that will affect our devotion. So we will move forward. So, and this is also the instruction of Srila Prabhupada. You should not just use it mechanically, and you should meaningfully apply it. So this is very important. So Krishna is Bhavagrahi Janardana. Krishna is not Bhashagrahi Janardana. I can speak anything outside, but my intention will be different. I may speak something good, but in my mind, my intentions are different. So it is possible because, especially in this age and at this time, we all are like that. All are like that. Okay, it could be relating to some employment matters or business matters or other family matters. Yes, this kind of diplomacy may be required, but that should not be the case within the devotees and for the devotional activities. It should not be the case within the devotees community. So diplomacy, regarding diplomacy, so it is not encouraged. So I do not have any respect upon someone, but naam ke vaste I may call Prabhu. Or it may not be the case with respect or any other thing. So just like that I am calling Prabhu, but I do not know what is the background thing. So I must feel myself I am servant of everyone. I am lower than everyone. So that is the reason I am calling Prabhu. And as far as regarding Krishna, we just mentioned some point. Krishna is Bhavagrahi Janardana. So there was some pastime in Mahabharata. So it was the situation that so Lord Krishna is going to Duryodhana. So to coordinate a peace agreement because Pandavas they completed their Vanavasa and Agnatavasa. Both of them they're done with that. And because these Pandavas are Kshatriyas, they need some part of the kingdom to rule. They all are five brothers. So Lord Krishna went to ask, just give them five villages. And this Duryodhana, he is the king of the entire earthly planet. All seven continents are under his control. He is called Raraju, kings of all kings. So out of the entire earthly planet, five villages is less than a dot. It is nothing in fact. So just because Pandavas are Kshatriyas and they cannot take up any other portion which is lower to that. So they need to be given some portion of the kingdom. So Lord Krishna went to Duryodhana so to broker this peace agreement. And before that, and Duryodhana arranged big feast because Lord Krishna is coming. So Duryodhana arranged some big feast and with a nice variety items. But Lord Krishna did not accept that because Duryodhana is offering all these things with pride, with materialistic pride. So Lord Krishna did not accept that offering. And Lord Krishna also happened to meet Vidura. And Vidura is a pure devotee and is having good transcendental knowledge. And as soon as Vidura seen Krishna, so what Vidura did? So he went very ecstatic. So he just lost his mind out of affection for Krishna. So he made Krishna sit on the asana, and because when guest has come, we need to offer something. As a he lost himself on seeing Krishna by the happiness, by the joy of seeing Krishna. So what he did, he offered bananas. So while offering bananas, so he did not want to give even that much work to Krishna to peel it. So he himself started peeling bananas and he started giving to Krishna to eat. So while he is peeling, he is supposed to give the fruit and whatever peel that is remaining, he is supposed to discard. So as he is lost in himself on seeing Krishna, so instead of offering fruit, he threw away fruit and he started offering banana peel. So if you go to someone's house and if they are offering you banana peels, so how do you feel? So you will find this very strange, right? But since Krishna is Bhavagrahi Janardana and not Bhashagrahi Janardana, so Krishna consumed those peels, banana peels. So that is the difference. Krishna is always concerned about our feelings. So Krishna is always concerned about our intentions. So what is the intention behind your action? What is the intention behind your speech? What is your intention behind some plan or thought you have made in your mind? So Krishna is always concerned about our intention only. And Krishna says, Ishvara Sarva Bhutanam Hriddesha Arjuna Tishtati. So Lord Krishna is present as Paramatma in each and everyone's heart. So Krishna catches the intention. So Krishna can watch all our actions, all our intentions, each and everything. It is not the case that something I am thinking alone, something I am doing alone, so no one is watching. No, it is not the case. This we discussed in our previous sessions also. Yes. So this is very significant. To serve spiritual master also means to serve his disciples. We already discussed this thing. Jivera Swarupahoy Nitya Krishna Das. So we all are eternal servants of Krishna. We being Jivas. So by serving to Krishna, so what will be the result? Krishna will feel pleasure, and it is not the case that Krishna alone want to take all the pleasure. No, Krishna is always concerned about pleasure of his devotees also. It is actually a competition between Krishna and his devotees. So devotees want to give pleasure to Krishna, and in turn, Krishna wants to give more pleasure to devotees. And again, so devotees again compete. Again, I will give more pleasure to Krishna, and Krishna will again think, no, no, no. Now I'll give more pleasure to my devotee. So it is always a competition. It was the case with gopis. Okay, it was only gopis who defeated Krishna in loving exchanges. So Krishna said, I cannot repay the debt of gopis. So Krishna always tries to reciprocate to his devotees to give pleasure. So only with gopis Krishna failed to reciprocate to the complete extent for the amount of love showed by gopis upon him. So serving Krishna means is it that we can directly go and serve Krishna? No. Serving Krishna means we need to serve pure devotees of Lord Krishna. Okay, so we know spiritual master is the pure devotee of Lord Krishna, Sakshat Haritvena. So spiritual master is Sakshat Hari. He is mercy incarnation of Lord Krishna himself. Fine, okay. Okay, I may not be able to serve Krishna directly. Fine. Spiritual master is there, Prabhupada is there. Okay, now I'll go to Prabhupada and I'll serve him nicely, directly. No. Even spiritual master doesn't accept our services directly. Even spiritual master doesn't accept directly. So we need to serve the devotees of spiritual master. So the best thing is we need to serve the lowest level of devotees. We need to start with serving of the lowest level of devotees, and then to the next level, and then to the next level. And then at some point of time, we will get opportunity to serve spiritual master. So in case if we come to the level of serving spiritual master who is Sakshat Hari, we will automatically become qualified to serve Lord Krishna directly. Spiritual master will take us to that level. So it is significant. There is one pastime with Ramanujacharya. So what happens? Ramanujacharya comes to a village along with his disciples, and in that village, there was one disciple of Ramanujacharya, so who previously stayed with Ramanujacharya during his discipleship, and then he took Grihastha Ashrama, and he is staying in that particular village where Ramanujacharya has come. So what Ramanujacharya has done? So instructed a few disciples with him, you please go into so and so such a person's home, okay, and you tell him that I am going to come, okay, and then you come back. So then we all can go together. So the disciples went to that person's home and they informed. So we are the disciples of Ramanujacharya and our spiritual master. So Ramanujacharya wants to visit your place, visit your home. So that particular householder, he got astonished. Arey, my guru, that too Ramanujacharya wants to come to my home. Oh my goodness, I need to do so many arrangements. So I will get everything ready. So he was very much excited that a spiritual master is coming to my home. And then, so he immediately ran into village without any other word. He immediately ran into the village. So he want to make arrangements for his own spiritual master because he's going to come home. And then these disciples, they have given the information, and they thought, okay, anyhow we have given the information. Now we need to go and inform. So Ramanujacharya, and they came back. So after coming back to Ramanujacharya, they said, so uh, Swami, so we went there and then we informed him. So what's next? So that is what they asked. And then Ramanujacharya asked, so when you went to his home, how you were treated? How you were treated? So then those disciples, they said, nothing, Swami. Like as soon as we said that you are going to come, he got very much excited, and without any other word, without any other thing, he just rushed into the village, maybe to make arrangements for yourself. So then Ramanujacharya said, we are not going to his home because when Ramanujacharya sent his disciples, he is supposed to receive them nicely. He need to show them asana to sit and give them something. So Ramanujacharya couldn't tolerate the little neglect of his disciples, of his servants. So it cannot be the case that I'll go directly to Prabhupada and I'll directly serve Prabhupada. No. So we need to serve the devotees of Prabhupada. Yes, Prabhupada is our spiritual master. Prabhupada will not go anywhere. So Prabhupada is with us. So first we need to serve the devotees of spiritual master. So first we need to serve the junior most and then the senior most disciples, and then we can serve spiritual master. So that is the way uh, by this Ramanujacharya's pastime we can understand. Okay, the manner in which we need to serve. Okay, so we will move on to next slide. So here is some letter to Shivananda Prabhu by Srila Prabhupada. So Kapadini Mataji, you can please recite this. Hope the text is visible.
Yes, Prabhuji. When you want to serve the king, you must also serve his minister, secretary, and everyone who serves him. And to serve his servants may please him more than to serve the king personally. SP letter to Shivananda, January 23.
Exactly. So more or less, the entire kingdom is some kind of impersonal expansion of the king. It could be ministers, it could be some treasurer, it could be the army, it could be some welfare department, it could be some trade department. So whatever it may be, more or less, it is impersonal expansion of the king's energy. And all those people who are involved in the administration, they are servants of the king, and all of them are working under the orders of the king. So honoring that administrative system is honoring the instructions of king. So in that way, the king is satisfied. So this is basically a comparison to make the disciples understand. So the serving priorities or serving levels. So initially we need to start serving from the lowest devotee, thinking ourselves, I am the lowest. So In fact, we need to think we are not even the devotees. So Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, so who is one of our acharyas in our movement, one of the acharyas in our disciplic succession, he used to compare himself with a worm in a stool. So he used to compare himself in such a low level, but he is our worshipable acharya, like Srila Prabhupada. So if an acharya who is as good as God, Sakshat Hari, compares himself to such a lowest creature, which no one even thinks of, so what is there for us to learn? So we need to catch their mood, we need to inculcate their mood, to think we are nothing, we are nothing, and we are less than human beings. Of course, our consciousness wise we are so, but due to mercy of Prabhupada, we at least came up to following four regulative principles and chanting 16 rounds. We may we may become devotees or may not become devotees. So our spiritual progress is known by Guru and Krishna. Only our Paramatma knows. But at least we have come to the platform of human beings. That is for sure. But still, uh, all those contamination which is accumulated from so many births, so many births is there in our subconscious. So we are still in the process of anardhanivritti, means clearing of all that dirt. So there are 84 lakh species, and to come to human form of life, we need to cross 80 lakh species. And prior to that also, definitely we would have had some human life, and whatever contamination, whatever material desires we had in all these lives, that will be carried in chittam, in our subtle body. At the time of death, only gross body falls. Only gross body will get dissolved. Mind, intelligence, and false ego. This with the same mind, same intelligence, and same false ego, that will be carried forward. That will change its shape as per the karma. So as per the karma, if the uh, living entity needs to go to body of some jackal, this subtle body will be shaped suitably to occupy the body of a jackal. And all the desires will be stored in subconscious mind. So Prabhupada also says in some lecture, out of nowhere, suddenly some dirty thought comes up, pops up. So pop up, right? So when you are doing some browsing, some ads pop up, new pop up window will open out of nowhere, and that is nothing in relation to what we are browsing. That is some kind of push notification kind of thing, sent by some advertiser in a similar line. So out of nowhere, out of no situation, some dirty things will start cropping up into our mind. Very crazy. Not even normal or regular dirty things we regularly watch in movies. No, it is more dirtier than that. Because all those things are present in our subconscious mind. All those things are actually our desires. So this kind of mind can be cured only by the process of chanting. Cheto darpanamarjanam bhava mahadavagni nirvapanam. So it is only by Harinama Sankirtan and Harinama Japa, and this entire chitta will get purified. Just like if the mirror is covered with all the dirt, you cannot see your face properly. You cannot see yourself properly in the mirror. And when if you clean it with some rough cloth, and if you remove all the dirt, yes, you can see yourself properly. And only if our chittam is cleaned completely, we will be able to realize what is our relation with Krishna. So that is the reason we all are in anardhanivritti process. And at this process, At this process, it is very, very important we should follow Vaishnava etiquettes. Yes, in Bhagavad Gita it is said, spirituality has no amount of distraction. Neha Bikramanasosti Pratyavayona Vidyate. Swalpamapi asya dharmasya trayate mahato bhayat. Yes, there is no loss or there is no diminution in this path. In the path of dharma, there is no loss. There is no defeat. You are bound to succeed. Swalpamapi asya dharmasya trayate mahato bhayat. Even if you do little amount of dharma, that will save you from great dangers. That is the statement of Lord Krishna in Bhagavad Gita. But there is only one thing. There is only one thing which can disturb our spiritual activities. That is offense against Vaishnavas. So Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu compared this to mad elephant offense. So in case mad elephant no one can control, it is very difficult. Elephant is very, very strong animal, very strong. And so once if such elephant is allowed into some beautiful garden, the beautiful garden of bhakti, the beautiful garden of our spiritual advancement, and it was left into that, so what will be the situation? Do you think it will take rest at some comfortable place? No. It will pull all the creepers, it will destroy all the flower plants, it will pluck all the fruits, and it will uproot some trees. So basically everything is spoiled and our spiritual advancement is checked. So our spiritual advancement is delayed because of this. So Vaishnava offense is not at bodily level, please understand. It is at spiritual level. It will affect us as spiritual soul. I am into bhakti, I am chanting 16 rounds, I am following 4 regulative principles, I am attending sadhana, everything. But at one point of time, I breached one of the 4 regulative principles. Yes, I may get some karma. I may get some karma for doing that sinful activity. But my spiritual advancement will not be affected because papa and punya work only at bodily level, either at gross body level or at subtle body level. That's all, over. So papa and punya have got nothing to do with my spiritual advancement. By maximum, they can affect me only in one life. That's all. But Vaishnava offenses, it is not so easy. That is not the case. Vaishnava offense works at spiritual level. It can check and it can delay our spiritual advancement in a very bad way. That is possible. That is possible. So we need to be very careful regarding that. Yeah, this is also there. So Bhaskar Prabhu, can you please read this aloud for everyone?
Yes, Prabhu. But one thing, you must stop this fighting between brothers. Otherwise, the whole program will be spoiled. Yourself, Tamala Krishna, Brahmananda, Sattvas Rupa, you should do everything combinedly. It is my request. Gradually, by Krishna's grace, we are expanding. So, if among us there is friction, it will be very dangerous.
So,
Letter to Ragamuni, September 8, 1969.
So this is one portion of the letter from Srila Prabhupada to his disciples. So because if 2 heads are involved in some activity, in case if it is only one head and remaining all are subordinate to that main head, so there won't be much friction. So whatever the main person says, the remaining people will follow, and whatever result that is obtained, so it will be the responsibility of the head who directed all these things. But in case in one activity, if more than one head is involved, obviously the mentality of two people will be different, and there is always a chance for disagreement. There will always be chance for disagreement, and just like in case if we want to do some program, and after that we want to distribute prasadam. Okay, I will say we will distribute gulab jam. Bhaskar Prabhu will say, no, 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 not gulab jam, we'll distribute rasgulla. And Kapatini Mataji will say, no, no, not gulab jam, rasgulla, we'll distribute Mysore pak. So these are some simple examples. We all have some different opinions. So, but just because we have some different opinions, and just because uh, something something which I desire did not happen, or just because the other devotee is having some loose tongue, or just because the other devotee is making comments so easily, and without considering it to the complete extent or complete fact. So all these things will be there even in the devotees community. But of course, it is at least 10 to 20 times better than the outside situations. Outsiders, basically, they'll have uh, so many other intentions before speaking something. At least in devotees community, so there are some straightforward dealings. So even in those straightforward dealings, we need to have some patience. So just because some devotee uh, spoke some loose comments, I got angry and I left the service and I went off. I just left the service. Here Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, Trunadapi Sunechena, Tarorapi Sahishtuna. We need to be tolerant also. We need to be tolerant also. That is what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says. So unless we are tolerant enough, so the success in our spiritual life won't be possible. Some amount of tolerance we need to have. Amanina manadena kirtaniya sadahari. That is what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is saying. You have to respect everyone, but you should not expect any respect from others. Then what about the devotee who made loose comments? He did Vaishnava offense. So regarding him, Guru and Krishna will take care. They will teach him a lesson in a way the devotee understands. And we should understand Krishna is Bhavagrahi Janardana. He goes by intention of the devotees. If the intention of the devotee is good, but somehow he behaved uh, in such a way which is not so proper, so Krishna may make him understand in a soft way. And the intention of devotee is not good, and he behaved in a bad way. Yes, Krishna may make him understand in a harsh way. So, being in Krishna conscious movement for some past 6 or 7 years, so I have seen all these things. So I personally observed even in my life, uh, some in some situations where Krishna taught the things in a soft way, where Krishna created some situations, some troubling situations. So just to make me understand what is the thing on the ground, and why we need to work together. As a devotees, we all have our own different opinions on different people. So sometimes to correct us, Krishna creates some harsh situations, and Krishna may create some soft situations also. Just like a father says, "Arey, this is not good. So why you want to do these kind of things?" This is some soft way of correcting the people. So Krishna does that also. So sometimes mother tries to correct children with love and affection. Krishna does even that also. So it all depends upon the intentions of devotee. Intention is good, but he did mistake. Krishna will try to rectify him with love and affection. So all these things are a devotee will start experiencing once he surrenders to Krishna. And Krishna says, Ye yadamam prapadyante tam tadeva bhajamyaham. In case, if you want to surrender to Krishna in a sincere way, so the sincerity reciprocation by Krishna, uh, like you cannot estimate. So as Krishna always try to give more reciprocation to his devotees. I give 10 points to Krishna. So when it comes to love and affection, no one can compete with Krishna except gopis. You try to give 10 points of service to Krishna, but Krishna wants to reciprocate back by giving 20 points of love. And again, you try to give 25 points of service to Krishna. So Krishna will reciprocate with 50 points. So just for your understanding, I am mentioning points. But so that is the nature of Lord. So how he will reciprocate? And for this purpose, for this purpose, to push Prabhupada's movement, we need to show some patience. Some patience. Even if there is no success, even if other God brothers are not supporting, even if other devotees they are not so much cooperating, we need to show patience. Trunadapi sunichena tarorapi sahishtuna. Even Srila Prabhupada did not have success till 1 year. After Srila Prabhupada went to America, and for first year, practically there is no success. Srila Prabhupada says in his own words, and every time Prabhupada comes to seaport, and he'll ask the manager, when is the next ship coming to India? Every time Prabhupada asks this question. And once that manager said, Swamiji, you always come here asking when is the next ship to India, but you never board the ship. So sometimes Prabhupada was a little apparently disappointed that nothing is happening here. But after 1 year, so everything started, and Krishna conscious movement spread like a wildfire. It spread like a wildfire because of one pure devotee like Srila Prabhupada. And by being disciples of Srila Prabhupada, we will get no less mercy from Lord Krishna. And Prabhupada is here to give us the love of Krishna. Krishna will give everything easily. If you want money, Artho Jignasar Ardhardi Gnanicha Bharatarshaba. You go and ask money, Krishna will give it. You go and ask liberation, Krishna will give it. You go and ask, I want your love, Krishna will not give it. Krishna will not give it so easily because by love, Krishna can be controlled. He is Bhaktajana Paradina. So the friends of Krishna, they control Lord Krishna. The Sakas, they jump on Krishna and they will hug Krishna, and they can arrest Krishna in a playful way or in any other way because they are in love of Krishna. And Yashodamai and Nanda Maharaja, they are in such a position they can chastise Krishna. Yashodamai, she tied Krishna, and Nanda Maharaja, as a fatherly figure, he can control Krishna by chastising or anything. So because they are so much intensely in love with Krishna, and the highest devotees of Lord Krishna are gopis. And with regard to gopi, even Krishna failed to reciprocate for their loving sentiments. So with Krishna, it is all about love and affection. That's all. It is not about how much money you are donating to temple. It is not about how many puja, how many vratas you have done. But by donating or by doing all vratas, have you achieved love of Krishna or not? If the answer is yes, everything is successful. Everything is successful. But to get that love of Krishna, it is only Guru who can give that. And so when Guru will give this love of Krishna, when Guru is satisfied with our behavior. So that is what Guru is saying. All of you should do everything combinedly in a cooperative manner. And Prabhupada used to say one thing: if you all really love me, all of you please work in cooperation with each other. Don't fight. So Prabhupada took so much hardship for all of us. If Prabhupada was not there, if Srila Prabhupada wouldn't have took that much pain to go to America at the age of 70, where we all would have been, and how great are our karmas to live a proper life. So there is nothing like that. So that is the reason. That is the reason. So Prabhupada showed so much patience to transform hippies, and out of so much patience, so Prabhupada has shown to grow this movement, to propagate this movement, a little bit amount of patience. So can't we take just to do the little amount of service which is given to us by Srila Prabhupada, so that we need to contemplate. Okay, we move forward. So yes, Vaikuntha attitude. So we all know all the things in Vaikuntha are present in material world also, but in a perverted manner. So upside down, Vaikuntha power -1 is equal to material world. So in material world, the attitude is that everyone likes to think that I am doing better than others. So this is material conception, and so this slide power -1 is this slide. So this is Vaikuntha attitude. In the spiritual sky, it is just the opposite. Everyone thinks that my contemporary devotees are doing better than me. This is the case with even Radharani. We know Radharani is the chief of all the gopis, and gopis are the highest devotees of Lord Krishna. So if some devotee comes up before Radha and Krishna and prays to Radharani, Radharani recommends that devotee to the association of Krishna. And do you know what Radharani says? So he is a very nice devotee, he has come to you and he is better than me. And Radharani is saying, some jiva is better than me in serving you. So it is the case with even Radharani also, considering herself as the lowest person. So all these things are there for us to understand, for us to follow. So if such a highest personality Radharani thinks if some devotee is better than me, so what about us? And if some acharya as high as Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, he compares himself with a worm in a stool. So what about us? So we need to take inspiration from these personalities, and we need to take blessings from them. So how to follow Vaishnava etiquettes? This is a this is a just a few lines direction, a comprehensive direction given by Narada Muni. So Raju Prabhu, can you please read this aloud for everyone?
Sure, Prabhuji. Yes.
Yes, Prabhu. Hope the text is
When he
visible.
meets a person more qualified than himself, he should be very pleased. When he meets someone less qualified than himself, he should be compa- compassionate towards him. And when he meets someone equal to himself, he should make friendship with him. In this way, one is never affected by the threefold miseries of this material world.
Yes. So this is something which Narada Muni. So Narada Muni, who is Narada Muni? Narada Muni is spiritual master of Bhagavan Vyasadeva, Vyas Bhagavan. So here we are referring Vyasadeva as Bhagavan because the present Vyasa is Krishna Dvaipayana Vyasa. He is incarnation of Lord Vishnu himself. And so here Narada Muni is instructing to Dhruva Maharaja, so how to follow Vaishnava etiquettes. In case if we happen to meet some devotee who is very qualified than us, who is senior to us, we should be very pleased. We should feel very happy. And next, and when we happen to meet some devotee who is very new to the movement, and who is less advanced compared to us, we should feel compassionate, daya. And when we feel, when we meet some devotee, so who is more or less equal to us, and our advancement levels are more or less the same, we need to make friendship with them. So this is what the direction given by Narada Muni. So by doing this, what will be the result? One is never affected by threefold miseries of this material world. He will be free from the miseries of the material world just by doing this. Just by doing this. So this is the result. This is the result. So regarding Vaishnava offense, so there is one pastime. Uh, I think we all know that. We all know that. So Durvasa Muni, he visits Ambarish Maharaja. So he was following some vrata. So for which he need to fast. He need to fast for some number of days, and later he need to break the fast. In case if we do not break the fast during the given muhurta, so the vrata gets failed, the vrata gets spoiled, and Durvasa Muni has come, and then so Ambarish Maharaj said, okay, you can please take bath and come. So we have this feast ready for all of you. Durvasa Muni along with his disciples, he went to the nearby lake, took bath, and so he took little more time, and meanwhile the Muhurta is crossing, and Ambarish Maharaj is in little dilemma what to do. If I don't break fast, the result the result of entire ritual, the vrata, will not get. In case now if I break the fast before Durvasa Muni comes, definitely he will be angry, and he has sought the help of Brahmanas. So kindly save me from this situation. So the learned Brahmanas, they advised, so dear king, you can do one thing, you consume water. Water is not a food. Water is not a food. But by taking water, you can break the fast. In this way, your fasting is not broken. Sorry, in this way, your fasting is broken for the purpose of ritual, and at the same time, you did not consume any food. So Ambarish Maharaj thought, yes, this is good, and then he took some water to satisfy that ritual, and then what is the thing? So Durvasa Muni came back and he learned what has happened, and he became very angry. So without me you have drank water. So immediately by his yogic power he created one demon, so aimed at killing whom?
Ambarish Maharaj.
Correct Mataji, Amrish Maharaj. So then what is the situation? Ambarish Maharaj always depends upon Lord Vishnu. So he just prayed to Lord Vishnu, whether you save me or you'll kill me, it's all your wish. And then immediately Sudarshan Chakra came into the scene, and it immediately killed the demon created by Durvasa Muni, and it started chasing Durvasa Muni. And now Durvasa Muni is afraid for his life, and he ran, went to Brahmaloka, sought the help of Lord Brahma. Lord Brahma said, I cannot do anything, it is Lord Vishnu's weapon which is coming. So Durvasa Muni got disappointed. He went to Lord Shiva, because Lord Shiva is very, very powerful. And Lord Shiva said, even I cannot do anything. Uh, so you need to deal with the situation. So the Durvasa Muni, he got even more disappointed, because Lord Shiva is not helping. And finally he went to Vaikunta, and he went to Lord Vishnu and asked and begged the Lord Vishnu to save from the situation. And Lord Vishnu said, I have no rights over myself. I am not independent. I am always under the order of my devotees. because Krishna is Bhaktajana Paradina. He is Paradina. So we all know Lord is Swarata. He is all independent. He is not bound by any promise. Lord is not bound by anything. Lord is not bound by any promise. Lord is not bound by any rule. He is Sarva Swatantra. He doesn't have any kind of bondage. But still, because of the loving affairs between Lord and devotees, so Lord surrenders himself personally to the devotees. So that is how he becomes Bhakta Jana Paradina. So I am not independent person and I also cannot do anything. So better what I advise you is you go and beg forgiveness from the devotee whom you have offended. So that will save you from the situation. So that is what it is advised by Lord Vishnu. And immediately, Ambarish Maharaj went to, uh, sorry, Durvasa Muni went to Ambarish Maharaj and begged for forgiveness. And so Ambarish Maharaj so lifted him up and hugged him and said, no, I am not taking any offense, kind of thing. And then Sudarshan Chakra has stopped. So it has stopped chasing Durvasa Muni. So an offense committed towards a pure devotee, or for that matter any Vaishnava, it can be forgiven only by that Vaishnava. Even Lord Vishnu cannot do anything about that. It is not that Lord Vishnu really cannot do anything about that. But so this is the rule the Lord has imposed. Just like in case of Jaya and Vijaya, Lord did not want to turn down the curse given by the four Kumaras to the Jaya and Vijaya. So he allowed it to happen. So it is not that the Lord cannot do, but Lord didn't want to do that. So by this entire scenario, we should understand. So we should be careful enough not to commit Vaishnava offense. In case by some chance if we commit, we need to beg for forgiveness. So that will nullify the offense. If the other devotee forgives, that would nullify the offense. So everyone should feel himself as servant and not to think himself Prabhu because he is being called Prabhu. So this will make the relationship congenial. So, so this is the instruction by our spiritual master. So just because everyone are calling me Prabhu, 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 so I shouldn't think I am king. So that is not the mood. So that is not the mood which need to be bought. So that is also the instruction of our Srila Prabhupada. Okay. So this is the session for today. So this is regarding the Vaishnava etiquettes and how the relationship between the devotee should be there. So any queries, any doubts, we'll try to answer.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Yes, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
So Vaishnava Aparadha regarding 4 regulative principles.
Yes,
How
Prabhu.
actually, yeah, we can relate to that one.
Actually, there is no relation, Prabhu. What I mentioned in the session is that, see, if I breach any of the 4 regulative principle accidentally or out of weakness, that can create some karma. That's all. That karma will act only at body and mind level. That's all. That karma cannot touch the soul. That karma cannot touch my spiritual advancement. So because of karma, spiritual advancement will not go down. But by Vaishnava offense, spiritual advancement can go down. So that is what I mentioned. Any other thing, Prabhu, regarding this?
No problem. That's it.
Yeah, okay. So shall we close the session?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah, okay. Shri Shri Radha Govind ki.
Jai.
निताय गौरंग की,
जय
कृष्ण बलराम की,
जय
लक्ष्मी नरसिम्हा स्वामी की,
जय
विश्व गुरु शिल प्रभुपाद की,
जय
निताय गौर प्रेमानंदी।
हरि हरि बोल।